Good evening, everyone. Wanted to provide a video update and just kind of go over as we get into our final week, the week of our playoffs. Most of you have seen by now, as we're starting to get some requests and text and calls about the playoff brackets that are posted. So please take a look if you have not already. Please take a look at the playoff brackets. We've already had some requests to trying to change some times and dates and maybe even change some seating and stuff like that. The seating is pretty much set. And I want to go through an example here of how the seating was done. The most complicated seating process was actually in the third and fourth grade bracket. And so I kind of want to explain that. And that should give everyone else an example to look at their bracket, look at their own situation, and understand how the seating is completed. So in the I'll go here real quick for the standings. Okay, so standings for the third and fourth grade division. So if you look here at our standings, there's several groups of teams that were pretty even. And so you had the Saints and the Knowles, both at 7-1. But the first rule here in determining seeding is in regards to head-to-head matchups, and then after that, we take a look at the point differential, the average point differential per game, right? Because with several divisions having an odd number of teams, not everyone played the same number of games. So we look at the average point differential per game that you did play. So if you look here, Saints and Knowles tied for first place. We go here and we see that on the Saints schedule, the Saints did win head to head against the Knowles. Right here. This was actually last week, so January the 28th. And so as a result, the Saints get the number one seed here in the bracket, which would put the Knowles at number 2. Okay, so that's how that worked out. And then we had a group of 3 here that all had 2 losses. The Jaguars played 7 games as opposed to 8 games played by the Bucs and the Eagles, so that's considered a tie because they played 1 less game. And so basically what I had to do here is go and see if they played one another. And the Eagles played the Bucs, but the Jaguars did not play the Eagles or the Bucs. And so in that case, what we do is we go to average point differential, right? As I mentioned before. So not everyone played one another, so we go to average point differential. The average point differential for the Eagles was 13.75 per game that was played. The Jags had a better point differential at 14.86, and the Bucs had the best point differential at 21.5. So the Bucs would be the best team from a point differential standpoint. However, the Eagles defeated the Bucs here on the 14th, and so the Eagles would actually jump both teams in that scenario. So if the Jaguars had the best average point differential, then they would have gotten the 3rd seed, followed by the Eagles with the head-to-head win, and then the Bucs. But since the Bucs were the best team point differential, and they would have gotten the 3rd seed. However, they lost to the Eagles. So the Eagles, the head-to-head matchup is the main qualifier here. So the Eagles beat the Bucs, so the Eagles get the 3 seed. The Bucs get the 4 seed, and the Jags get the 5 seed, and they end up having to play each other. And so that was a little bit tough, but if you do it by point differential, the Bucs will be the best team, and then the Bucs get leaped by the Eagles because of a head-to-head loss. And so that's how that plays out there. And then you look here next, we have a group of the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers. Okay, so Raiders and Chargers played 8 games. Chiefs played 4 games. Chiefs played 7 games. So Chiefs played 7 games. Raiders, Chargers played 8 games. So we go here to the Raiders schedule, and we notice on the Raiders schedule where they actually defeated in head-to-head matchups. They defeated the Chiefs in Week 1, and then defeated the Chargers on January the 20th. So that would put the Raiders in the 6th-seeded position. And then if we go to the Chiefs schedule, we'll notice that the Chiefs defeated the Chargers in head-to-head on January the 21st. So head-to-head matchups, you did not have to consider the point differential, average point differential per game for there. So that puts the Chiefs in the 7th position, Chargers in the 8th position, as we see here in our bracket. And then finally, we had a tie between the Patriots and the Dolphins. So if we go to the Patriots schedule, we will notice that the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the date of that game was right here on January the 28th. So that means the Patriots would slide to the 9th slot. Then that would put the Dolphins in the 10th slot and the Gators in the 11th slot. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of how the seeding is done. Head-to-head gets a preferential analysis, and then followed by the average point differential per game. So I know that some of you still have some questions about some of the seeding. It wasn't easy. It never is easy. But I certainly have a method after doing this for several years at this point, and so everything is easily explained. So if you have any questions, or if you have any requests, I know we've already gotten several requests about different things going on that weekend and stuff, and people trying to arrange your schedules. We'll be as accommodating as we possibly can, as we always try to be. So just send those over to us. And with that being said, obviously some of the brackets and times and stuff may change, and if they do, then we'll be sure to communicate that with everyone. So hopefully this video helps. And if you have any questions or anything, just reach out via email. Thank you. Bye-bye.